Okay, greetings traders. Today I am pleased to present our latest update to the market structure indicator. Now we've added a number of new features and enhancements in order to give you more flexibility with how you define market structure, as well as the nuanced features that really make the application of market structure analysis more precise and effectively a complete trading methodology. So let's start with some new labeling of swing structure, or the nomenclature with which we identify the market swing points. Now, in the prior version, we identified the major changes of character in the swing highs and lows, as well as the major breaks of structure. That has not changed. In the prior version, as well as this new version, you still have the option to define a trend change based on a single break of structure or a second break of structure to confirm a trend change. That has not changed. So as a matter of fact, if I just go to the drop-down menu, it's one of the first things you see here. Number of breaks of structure to define or determine a trend change. Right? It can be 1, can be 2, can be whatever you want to make that. But for our purposes here, what we've done is change the labeling here for identification purposes. Now, there is no right or wrong answer here. For some, a single break of market structure is enough to define a trend change. For others, they're looking for the second break, as we see here, to confirm the trend change. So in the interest of attempting to be objective in trend determination, a second break of market structure, I think we can all agree this is a solid way to identify a trend change. So if we have a second break here, we can objectively define the uptrend transitioning to downtrend. Now, of course, where it's tricky, and again, I come back to there is no right answer. When we are in between, as we are right here, we've had the first major swing low broken here. We have yet to get the second. Now, so of course, there's nothing that prevents the market from just giving us this major break of structure here. This could be just a liquidity grab. There could be something down here, and then the market just carries on, and we break the former swing high, and the uptrend continues. Of course, that happens frequently, but we have to be objective in how we define the trend. Now, practically, I mean, you can interpret it however you'd like. Practically, where it will affect what you'll see on the screen is with regards to how the software is labeling it. So with the second break of market structure here, the market structure indicator is going to define the trend change here on the screen. It's going to tell you whether or not, okay, in this case here, looking at a 5-minute chart, that we have now a downtrend. That's the practical application here. As to whether or not you want to confirm it here or define it here with a single break, that's entirely up to the individual trader. What we're trying to do is just be objective in how we're defining the trend. So with that, as we see here with the second break of market structure here, as we come down here, we can confirm the downtrend. Now, the additional change we've made is the sequencing of labeling. So here we go from a change of character to a market structure shift, and then the second break is the break of market structure. So in the prior version, you would just have break of structure, and if it continued, you get a second break of structure. Here we have almost a setup indicator. It's a major break of structure here. We're calling that the market structure shift. Now, market structure shift only comes after there's been a change of character here. So this sequencing is consistent. If we get another, then we call that the break of market structure. So rather than just boss, we're now using market structure shift and break of market structure. All right, so as this continues. Now, in this example here, where if we think about applications for traders here, as we are transitioning to a downtrend here, well, there is certainly the potential for some counter trend trading as the market now in turn works its way back up through a retracement. Now, we don't know how high this is going, and this is an idealized version, of course. But as we work our way back up here to what could be potential supply, while it's certainly possible, right, and depending on what time frame you're looking at, it's certainly possible that the market does this in just one straight, I mean, it could be a news event or a report release. I mean, depending on the time frame that you're trading, this could be a single bar. But more typically, and if you were to come down to a smaller time frame, you're going to see a series of swing structure on the way back up towards the supply or in the retracement. So what we're doing here now is identifying the minor swing structure in the same way we're identifying and labeling the major swing structure. So thus major and minor. Same labeling, same sequencing, just identifying the minor swing structure that is happening within the major swing structure. The idea being that this is a swing, this is a retrace, and if that trend is going to continue, we would be looking to break that low and for that downtrend to continue. But there's certainly plenty of potential here for some counter trend trading that would be available to a trader should they choose to want to participate in that. So while the larger trend at this moment in time is down, we've got an uptrend to facilitate the retrace back up towards the supply. So this could be could be a demand zone here, could be an imbalance or a fair value gap. There are any number of reasons here that might cause the market to pause here. Could be a fib retracement. Again, that's almost not the point. The question is, how are we going to identify this? So just as we're doing it here with the majors, we're just doing it with minor, but through abbreviation. So the MC is a minor change of character. The MS is a minor market structure shift, and the MB is the minor break of market structure. So all of this happening in the context of the larger swing structure, where this is just the retracement coming back to test potential, right? It's always just potential, to test whether or not there's supply up here and whether that supply would be enough to cause the market to retrace here at that supply and then carry on in the downtrend. These are really, in terms of the swing structure, this is the major change, the change of the labeling, and then the addition of the minor swing structure in the context of the larger market structure. So it's kind of a mouthful. It'll be easier to identify when we take it to some examples on some real charts. But I wanted to just do it here with this line drawing, just to make those points so you understand it and be a better setup for when we go to some actual chart examples.